Look, this is only a short. I got this news yesterday, and I'm absolutely disgusted by it. Really, really disgusted by this. I knew that the town hall had it in for me, but not this. You see, I've never got a reply from the Freedom of Information. I wanted to know, with the £1.75 million grant went for the High Street historic upgrading, or whatever you want to call it. My friend, whose friend, his best friend, is a councillor. I'm not going to tell you what he is, but he applied for that Freedom of Information. Scope of works, and exactly how all the money was spent. Scope of works. And the estimates. So what we've got back is, well, I haven't got anything back. He got it back because his councillor friend said, I'm going to fight this unless we get the information. Now, they've doctored the information. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But when the last paragraph, the last deduction from the amount is absolutely disgusting. These people are supposed to make decisions for the people from Barrow, and this most certainly isn't. So I'm just going to go into this in a little bit more detail, because I don't want it to be a short, because this is disgusting. Okay, I'm not looking at it at the moment because it's over there on my laptop, but basically, when I said my suspicions were right, I knew they were right. When I said that I don't know whether you remember this is last year, the Conservative Club over the road from the House of Lords had the roof renewed. Well, not renewed, they used original slate. Now, I priced that around 75, 60, first 65, 75, or whatever. And there was £40,000 worth of profit on it. Now, don't forget, I was on the council's list of approved contractors for all their grant work. And we made a pretty penny, I don't deny it. But this grant, and I don't want to bore you with things because there's a lot of things on there. This grant was they paid out $280,000 for just more or less taking the slates off the roof and putting them back on. Now, I went over the top on this, and I said, okay, to completely renew the roof, 6 weeks for 6 men, that's miles over the top. Pay them £1,000 a week. 6 is the 36, there's £36,000. 10,000 for the scaffold over the top, and 10,000 for the materials, because all the slates were absolutely perfect. And it doesn't take brain surgery to work out that, it was a good job. It really was, And I was told that the estimate on this was 270,000, and that's what they paid out. Now, I couldn't believe this because you're supposed to put 20% yourself. And I've looked along some of the other estimates and owners, of which the old Baths Ramsden Hall was one, and they had to pay 22.5% back. Now, again, I don't want to bore you with this, but I think that the old Baths are actually owned by the council, so I might correct me if I'm wrong there. But on top of that, if they paid out £270,000 in the grant, which it does say over there, and this isn't the worst thing about this, by the way, which it does say over there, that means 20% of that on top, which is about another 52 grand or something like that. And then there was also other things on there, like engineers' reports and what have you. So you're talking for the roof across the road from the House of Lords and Bar Continental, which is needs the most money spending on, was actually £320,000 to replace a roof with exactly the same slate that was there before. So I'm going to go over the top here. I'm going to say £40,000 for labour, miles over the top. Christ, me and Sean would do the bloody lot in a month. And I'm going to say 20,000 for scaffolding and other bits and bobs, and another 20,000 for lost it a bit here because it's really got to me, for the materials and things. Right, so let me tell you how it works. There's a bit of undulation in the roof. Now, on a listed building, you're not allowed to rip out the rafters and things, just bits of 4x2 that go through. And what you do, you stitch the new ones to it, so so there's no undulation. Undulation, if you look at an old roof, it sort of goes like that. It's called undulation. Everybody knows it is. Anyway, now I've been round to the site, and there's still undulation there. And also the back wall's fallen down. Don't you think they should have put that in the scope of works on the engineer's report, so the whole place is shut down? So even with that, say 40,000, and let's say 20, there's £90,000. On the actual amount that they say, £270,000, there's £180,000 of the profit. But if the owner, and I know this isn't true, I'll swear on my mother-in-law's life. Sorry, love, I'm not sure. Oh, she's lovely, my mother-in-law, don't you? And that's a lot of profit, isn't it? So if it was true that it was 320,000, that's a bloody hell of a lot of profit, isn't it? I just don't believe it. I've actually been on site and I've looked at the company, and they're a pucker company and they're okay, but something's going on there and somebody's got to be brought to answer questions on this. So anyway, that's not the worst part of it. I've been right the way through. They spent different things, £9,000 on straightening up some scaffold by Pickering Scaffold at my building. Well, I know the truth about that because I got it interviewed when I was accused of stealing the scaffold, which was always there. Right, I'm not going to go on that because I don't want to bore you with it. The worst thing about it all is everything's added up. And I'm pretty sure it's 1.75 million, but they said 1.65 million. Anyway, what did they do with the leftover? This guy was brought in to negotiate with everybody, one of the council officers. And there was £230,000 left over. And I put on my site, where's my 150,000 that was promised? So what did they do to it? Rather than give it to me, they sent it back to the government. Yeah, that's true. I'll swear on anybody's life, my own, my kids, anybody's life. That's true. I've got it there. They spent almost £230,000 back to the government rather than give me the money for the House of Lords. Conspiracy? Not at all. So then when we go, I've been back onto the council website and they've put back up about planning applications. So we go back down to the railway club on the Strand. Now, so that planning application only went in on the 4th of February. They said they didn't contact me, although if you go on there, it says they did contact me. Absolutely not true. If you look at the red line that encompasses all of these works, it doesn't actually mention my building or the car park in front. But if you're going into the nitty-gritty, it does. So that's like saying, okay, I'm going for planning application, and it doesn't include next doors, but in your scope of work, it does include next doors. Sorry if that's a bit technical. I mean, I'm getting on. So, anyway, All I'm trying to say is, look, they gave back 230,000 rather than give me any money towards the House of Lords. I rest my case. On another note, tomorrow we've got the old handbags at 50 paces. We're playing Carlisle, and they're bringing over 1,000 people. So me and Sean, the other Greek god, he's the Barra Greek god, I'm the Barley Greek god. We're going to go be there tomorrow, and a good time will be had by all. I've got loads of other things I've got to tell you, but this has really, really got to me when I saw that they gave £230,000 of your money to do up your town back to the government rather than give anything to me. I rest my case. I've got to go, because if I don't go, I can't come back. And as usual, the pleasure's all mine. Go on, Barra Soccer. See you tomorrow. Bye.